I'm struggling to move forward with my ex-boyfriend, Chris, the father of our daughter. Chris and I met when I was in high school and he was in college. After dating for about a year, I found out that I was pregnant. I was 19 years old and Chris was not too supportive of it. I just felt like I was dealing with a lot. After our daughter was born, things were tough. Our relationship was a mess. Trying to raise a daughter, Chris and I were constantly fighting, and my biggest thing was don't yell in front of the baby, and he did. He would just take off. He would just leave for months at a time, just living his best life. He took zero responsibility for raising our daughter. I was doing it single-handedly. I was angry, and I wanted nothing to do with Chris. A few weeks ago, we started talking on the phone. Chris wants to be back. He wants to be a part of my life and our daughter's life. My feeling is if Chris wants a relationship with me, then he better go do what I told him from the start and be a co-parent. I just feel like I need Dr. Phil's advice, untangle this, and figure out how to move forward.
My relationship with my ex-girlfriend, Jen, is extremely emotional, and we jumped from being best friends, soulmates, to worst enemies. At this moment, I have let go of all of our past and have been trying to move forward. Being apart from her made me look back and see how I contributed to the toxic aspects. When I think about us three being together again, it makes me extremely happy. I've matured a lot emotionally, and we don't fight nearly as much anymore. I'd be a great dad and a great influence on our daughter because I put her first at all times. I'd love to get married and have a future together. I'm in love with Jen, and I just want to make things right.
Okay, now, you two were never married, right? Okay, and you've just been talking for the last few weeks?
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 3.
She's 3. Okay, and Chris, when the baby was born, were you two in an active relationship at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, but did you have an active relationship with the child?
Yes, but it wasn't where it should have been. Things got really toxic at times. And we went to court where she tried getting custody of the child because I wasn't present enough, and she felt that I wasn't a good dad.
Okay.
And now
You tried
things
to
have
get full
changed.
custody
Yes, I did.
and him just have visitation or not at all?
I reached out multiple times. I said, be a co-parent with me. I literally warned him. I was like, one day, Chris, enough is gonna be enough, and I'm never gonna come back. And I made that so clear to him. The day that I decided to leave, I left. And yeah, I wanted full custody. You went out for 3 months. You were out frickin' partying, took cash advances out for strippers. You were just out living your best life. Vacations, fancy, big, nice cars, being all flashy. You became all Instagram famous out of nowhere. And you totally hated social media. You just you were trying to play this act like you didn't care. I wrote the blueprint for you, how to be together again. Be a dad. Why are you asking to see me? Why aren't you asking about Ari? You're asking to see me, Jen. Yeah, you would bring up being a family.
Well, see, I've been confused about what you guys are wanting because, I kind of looked at the contradictions because according to you, you guys are getting back together. According to you, this is strictly about co-parenting. And according to you, Jen is seeing someone else while trying to reconcile. And according to you, you only broke up with your ex due to Chris's harassment. You were dating somebody for like 7 months.
Yeah.
And according to Chris, you wanted attention from other men. And according to you, you never cheated on him.
I have not cheated on him. You told me that I wasn't pretty enough to have attitude. You told me that. When it comes to my ex-boyfriend, Chris, and my family, there's a lot of tension.
In my eyes, Jen's family is stubborn, illogical, and unforgiving, and they definitely do not approve of me.
My dad and Chris do not see eye to eye. My dad thinks Chris is a deadbeat.
I feel like Jen's family has only seen me at my worst. What Jen's family needs to know about me is that I really love her and I'm willing to support her for the rest of her life.
How many times he promised he gonna be changed?
Yes, I know
How
that.
many?
That's why
How many?
I don't know. So why
Is this on my head?
Neither Vika.
What I think about my daughter Jen and her ex-boyfriend, it's a bad situation, you know.
Every day was like a ticking time bomb with us. I know that.
This pissed me off, you know, when I see that. Since meeting Chris, her life changed a lot. She take care of him, but he treated like an animal. He started to abuse my daughter, my baby. He cannot do that. No way. Don't tell me about Chris. Believe him now. No, I do not trust Chris because he's two faces. Two faces. 1 minute he says something, and next minute he says different. I don't feel Chris ever telling the truth. No. He's not a man of his word. How I can trust him? How I can love him?
You guys didn't realize what I was going through.
You defend
You don't need
him.
to. You don't need to
Without the
react
reason.
with
No,
rage.
without the reason. You
Okay,
use
so stop raising your voice.
Why? Chris do bad things to my daughter? If we was in my country, I'm gonna knock his teeth out. Not here, of course. Different rules.
It's a pretty complex situation. It always was a complex situation. Like,
Complex. I need to see my daughter and my granddaughter always smiling. But my fear is if Jenny and Chris get back together, my granddaughter gonna be in trouble. He needs to prove to be a good father and husband, not just boyfriend. No, boyfriend somewhere else, not here. I'm not gonna let him to abuse my baby again.
Whether it's a last-second bake sale, Taco Tuesday, or a meal for your future in-laws, it's gonna be great. With McCormick by your side for over 130 years, it's gonna be great.
No,
Well, Steve, thank you for being here.
thank you. Why you here? What? What are you asking for? Jenny, what? What?
I love
Why?
my baby and I
Ah.
love Jen.
Oh, you love your
I
baby.
didn't act like that.
When you decide you love your baby? When she was born or after 3 years?
I
or
loved her
before
right
she
when
was
she-
born? What?
I loved her right when she was born, but there
Really?
was,
I
you
didn't
know,
see
there
that.
was, there
I
was
didn't
things
see
that
in your
got
life
in the
like
way.
that.
You
Do you
were
think
all
that
over
Chris
her at
abandoned
first.
your daughter?
Abandoned my daughter and my granddaughter. No, I ask you again and again. Why are you here? Why? Why you try to get my baby back? Why? Tell me the truth.
If you-
You know, if you don't know,
Wait a
I
minute,
can. I
you have
know.
to- hold
You could
on.
let me
I know.
talk.
Hold on.
I would explain.
You can't, when you ask a question, you need to stop and let someone answer.
He pissed me off.
Well,
anytime.
he may piss you off, but if you ask a question, don't you need to leave room for the answer?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. He said, why are you here?
I want to get my family back. I made horrible mistakes that,
Okay,
well,
let him talk.
me not being around it's the biggest regret I've ever had. It eats
Don't
at
cry.
me. It
Don't
eats
try
at
to cry,
me.
man. Don't try to cry.
not-
You,
I'm not
your
gonna
family is
cry.
Italian family. Italian is not crying. They're brave men. You know, you're
Yeah.
not.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're
it's fine.
I'm here to fight for my family,
Who?
all right? I'm trying to explain to you, I messed up, and I know where I messed up.
Can I tell you the truth why you're here? You have to pay child support just a couple of months ago.
You did say you would
730
rather
tell
die
his-
than pay. Which
you-
that wasn't even my big
Yeah.
thing. Remember when I wanted to break up with you a long time ago when Ari was first born? I was
Yeah.
like, let's break up
Hold
now.
on.
I'll
If-
sign a piece
wait
of
a
paper
minute.
that I
You
don't want
guys
to.
don't understand how communication works. If you ask a question or you make an accusation, you need to allow him to react. You just said you're here because you want to escape child support.
That's not true at all. I didn't even get a lawyer at first. I'm not fighting. I'm not going to go to court and fight the woman I love and my baby. I didn't treat you right. So you go and you do whatever you need to do. I only got the lawyer in the first place is because the boyfriend had the felony. That's the only reason I even had the lawyer in the first place.
Your position is talk is cheap. He says one thing, show me. Instead, don't talk, show me.
I'm ready to show you. I've been ready to show you guys.
When I think about my ex-boyfriend, Chris, I feel like he couldn't even do the first thing that I asked from him. I gave him the blueprint, how to be with me. He's never really been a father to our 3-year-old daughter. Chris says he wants to be together and have a family, but does he? Like, I've never seen it. I would love for our beautiful daughter to have a father in her life, but I don't want her caught up in all this, and I don't want it to affect her life.
Is there any circumstance under which you would see yourself married and in love with Chris and having a family?
Oh, I wouldn't say under no circumstance. It would take a lot.
You feel like he's hurt you, he's burned you, so you got a wall up. And so right now, what you're saying is, I want to co-parent with you, not have a romantic relationship with you.
I wanted to see that from the start. I haven't seen it yet.
Right.
A little bit, like 3 months.
She will forgive you, but me, never.
I understand.
Never.
I know why.
Well, the
Remember
good thing
that?
is you're not marrying him, so
Ah,
Yeah.
man.
that works out.
Yeah.
There was
But
an
I
instance,
understand him.
There was a time when Chris started bringing up, kind of like throwing little hints that he was gonna propose. And he gave me a very special one, but he gave me a promise ring. After giving me I was like, a promise ring? I couldn't be too angry because the promise ring meant it was special, it was customized, and had
But you were
meaning.
disappointed.
Oh, of course I was disappointed. How do you even
Okay.
throw little hints in there?
Let me ask this.
You know,
Okay.
no.
By the way, what are you holding?
It's my vape.
Is what?
My vape.
You speak right up until I ask you about that, and then all
My
of a sudden
vape,
I
I'm
can't
holding
hear
my
you.
vape because I don't want to like panic or anything.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm not gonna take
and
it away from you.
I did
Panic?
hit it, but
Supposed
no,
to panic.
and I did it very
Don't
like
panic.
subtly.
I just want to know what it was.
Oh, it's nicotine.
Okay. And you are pretty dependent on that.
Yeah,
Are you addicted to it?
I am
You're on it all day,
all day.
right?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning when you wake up,
Yes,
last thing at night before you go to sleep.
yes. If you really knew how much I did it, you'd probably throw up.
My producing team isolated a part of Jen's video that I frankly found a little disturbing. Take a look.
It's 10:15, usually kind of a long time going by, but I'm playing still. Always blow the other direction.
You must be so thirsty after eating.
It's a little bit before 11. And this is the last thing I do before bed.
How about some refreshing?
It's 12:20. Good night, y'all.
Okay, the part that bothered me about it is
Yeah,
your
I'm being
little
honest.
girl's right behind
Oh,
you.
what?
Your little girl's right behind you.
I know. That's what I don't like. That's what I know. I do it. I used to tell myself, yeah, I'll never let her see me do it. She knows what this is. She calls it my smoky, and I don't leave it where she could touch it. It's always on me or in my
But
like.
if you know why you smoke, see, the baby's there.
I'm being honest. I want it to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and
No,
act like
thank
I
you
don't.
for being transparent about it.
I
I
have
appreciate
to be,
that.
or else.
So why do you need to bring it out here?
Did you know that there are 3 crazy new brain techniques that can erase your fear?
Because it's a stressful situation.
And so this is an anxiety thing for you,
Yeah.
and you do it a lot because I did some math on it.
Yeah.
These are all the different ones that you use, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm strictly on one, but yeah, these are the kinds. Yep.
Yeah, these are the kinds, and each one of these costs $20.
Yep. I get the
And-
XLs. Those are 20.
Yeah, and you told us how much you do it. That totals up to $3,120 a year. That's equivalent to 125 packs of diapers, or money you could be saving for your daughter's
College.
future
I see.
or education. And she's 3, so if you did that till she was 21, that would be $56,160. If you compounded the interest, it would be $62,335.
Can I tell you something?
Well, no, wait a minute. Did you hear what I said?
I did. When I try to quit, I dream about it. I get dead ones and I try to I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get a little bit. No, it's dead. I will park up at the shop and I'm like, oh, don't do it. I'll be like, and then I go and do it.
When Jenny and Chris were together, Chris was extremely controlling. He wanted to control who she talked to, when she hung out with people, what she did, where she went. He wanted to text her 24/7. He always had to be near her. Chris was emotionally abusive. He was mean. He would talk down to her. He'd make her feel like she was worthless, like she had no purpose. It just got me very upset, like seeing it. He always would do it like he had some sort of power over her. It was not a good relationship. Jenny is a very vibrant person, lively, but when Chris is around Jenny, she feels like she has to mute herself so she doesn't cause a fight or he doesn't get mad. Whenever anybody confronts Chris about what he does, he totally twists it and plays it on the other person. One time, Chris and Jenny were arguing. He told her that she must have got raped as a child because she's so messed up. I was so upset. I ended up blocking him because I feel like he's crazy. Chris told her that if she doesn't get back together with him, that he was never gonna see Ari, which is his daughter, ever again. That was just a mind game because he wants Jenny all to himself. She doesn't need a toxic man in her life that just wants to tear her down. I definitely don't want them to get back together.
Well, Bree joins us virtually right now. Bree, how you doing?
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Hey, Bree.
So Bree, you think this was a really toxic relationship with Chris being abusive of Jen?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It made me like heartbroken to see it play out as long as it did.
Right. Chris, what do you say about what she's observing?
I agree. It was based on my fear.
When were you observing this, Bree?
I've been around for almost 4 years, and the last time I'd seen him blow up was like a month or two ago.
So my question is, what have you done to change that?
I've took the pain of my own mistakes. I'm able to self-reflect and see where exactly I was going wrong.
All you've done to change this is heighten your awareness.
Yeah, and I
Just
need to
gain some insight.
Yeah, and
You haven't put yourself in therapy. You haven't had any transformative experiences. You've done nothing other than just decide to be better.
I need to put it into action, and that's why I'm here. I want the chance to, start fresh, and so I could show you that I mean what I'm saying, and that this change is real.
Just one time, if I see her
Do you have respect
struggle,
for my father?
struggle,
True respect. Just
faith,
curious.
Too.
then I'm gonna knock you out, man.
That's fine.
For sure.
It's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
This won't.
Why? What do you think? Why?
Well, one, I don't think you can knock me out, and two, I would never hurt her again. I understand you need me to be a man. You need to see me.
But I'm gonna knock all your teeth, man.
Well, you understand. You understand a father.
Can you let me talk?
You understand a father is very protective of his
I
daughter.
understand.
I have never seen someone blow up the way you do. Why aren't we talking about that?
No, I know I have. Yeah.
So don't just
It's
blame it on
it's my
Jenny.
biggest flaw.
Well, because you
biggest
say
flaw.
you've seen him yell and scream at her in front of friends. You've seen him throw a drink at her in front of friends.
I've seen so many more things behind the scenes that I don't even know if I should bring up.
No, I agree. I'm not denying that.
You agree with everything, man.
It's just, well, she's telling the truth. If she wasn't telling the truth, I'd be honest.
I have a lot of anxiety. Even thinking about Chris gives me anxiety, like just the thought of him. I often have panic attacks, and to cope, I vape, bite my nails, sometimes I don't sleep.
It must run in the family. And Steve doesn't vape, but he smokes a lot of cigarettes.
Oh, I've been smoking for 35 years. I think my daughter have this nail biting and smoking cigarettes or vipers from me. I like Dr. Phil to help us about this. If he can, we'll be more than happy. We're gonna love him all our life.
Well, that would be nice. We've been talking to Jen and her ex-boyfriend Chris, who before today, they hadn't seen each other in how long?
Like a little under a year.
You hadn't seen each other.
No. Mm-mm.
How does it feel to see them today?
I still care for him, but there's so much hate on the inside, so it's like a really weird balance there of
What kind of father you are when you didn't see your lovely baby months and months? What kind of father?
Terrible.
You call yourself father?
Terrible.
Oh, terrible. You agree again, right?
Because it's the truth.
And you think, okay, how many times you promise Jen, and me too, you're gonna stop, no more, not like, you're not gonna acting anymore like this. And this happened over and over again. And now you want me to trust you? Tell me, what good you make, except Ariel?
I mean, personally, I'm a hard worker.
Really?
I am genuine. I'm here right now, aren't I? Your daughter means
Yeah.
this much to me, to where I'm willing to come on this show, knowing that I was
She
this
means
very
too much to you because, you went to the strip bar all the time.
I can understand what you're saying.
You can understand.
I can't
Now you
understand
can't
it.
understand.
I can't.
Strip
Okay.
bar. You don't know strip bar? What?
Oh, strip bar.
Oh,
No, I
strip
only
bar.
went. I only
Yeah,
went
right,
one
she's living
time.
his
I only
life,
went one
whatever.
time.
Okay.
How do you feel seeing her today for the first time?
She's beautiful.
Oh,
Like, I know you have a lot of doubts, but I have no doubts.
you ugly. She's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's not real constructive. But
Can I finish?
yeah, go ahead.
And I know if you gave me that chance, I would show you how great of a father I can be, how great of a boyfriend. And
One more time you call boyfriend, I'm gonna broke your nose.
Oh my God, stop.
So what happens now? I don't think either one of you are mature enough to be in a relationship that's serious at this point. When you come to a relationship, you bring traits, characteristics, values, beliefs, history with you. And it either contributes to the relationship or it contaminates the relationship. And right now, both of you would be contaminators. And to you, I would say, I know you believe that you have turned over a new leaf, but the best predictor of future behavior is relevant past behavior. And I can tell you with 100% confidence that if you got back in a relationship with her today, that you would default to the same things you did in your past relationship with her. That's because you've done absolutely nothing to change your beliefs, your values, all the things that you need to do so you truly engage differently as a partner in a relationship. You have a problem with anxiety,
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
and you're self-medicating with a highly addictive substance with nicotine, which is really bad for you. And you need to get that under control for sure, because having that much anxiety, I hate for you to live that way. You're like this duck. I mean, you've seen this. You're like this duck. Above surface, you're gliding, you're beautiful, you're smooth,
Oh my God.
but underneath, it's just chaos.
That's literally my mind if you, the little feet.
Exactly.
But you gotta amplify it a little bit more. That's my mind and that's my surface.
You know, here's what needs to happen specifically, in my opinion. You need individual help. You need individual help. And you need to ask your therapist to get together and work out a co-parenting plan. And I will set up a therapist for both of you. We're in a pandemic, so I'll set it up as teletherapy through Doctor on Demand, which is a company that we actually founded, and each of you can have your own therapist. I'll set up 10 sessions for each of you immediately. You show him what he needs to be at peace for his daughter and granddaughter, he'll be your new best friend. Yeah, you don't think so. You don't think so, but if you had somebody that you knew was devoted and dedicated to your daughter and granddaughter, you would respect that man.
I will, yeah.
Take this help and use it to build yourself to a point that the two of you can make a decision based on strength and tranquility instead of this chaos you've been in before.
She had a baby and her boyfriend took off.
Is that true?
Yes.
Her father
Why are you here?
can't stand him.
I want to get my family back. I would show you how great of a boyfriend I can be.
One more time you call boyfriend, I'm gonna break your nose.
New Dr. Phil.